did everything I wanna get. Now it's stuck a week apart. Oh, but like you to cut my hair. Woo! What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Junior's World of Soul. I am back with a new video. Yo, I have been gone for 2 weeks. It feels so good to get back in front of the camera, man, to talk about some good R&B music, y'all. I'm so hyped, as you can see. But as you can see, I came in with the king. I'm talking about the king, Mr. Michael Jackson. And I came with his 2001 classic, You Rock My World. Now, I opened this video in dedication for my little brother, Joseph. 2 Fridays ago was his birthday, and he hit me up and he said, bro, you know, when you do your new video, can you open up with Michael Jackson, You Rock My World? Because he was like, yo, that's my favorite song, and that would be your gift to me. And I said, okay, no problem, I'll open with it. So definitely I wanted to open that for him. It was a dedication to him. So happy birthday, bro. I know this is a late one, but happy birthday, you know what I'm saying? Remain positive, do what you need to do, you know what I'm saying? You ain't grown yet, you know what I'm saying? But happy birthday to you. So I definitely wanted to dedicate that to my little brother, Joseph. But y'all, I am back with current R&B bangers now. If you are new to Junior's World of Soul, current R&B bangers is all about giving R&B another platform, you know what I'm saying? Because right now, like, R&B is really getting kind of shoved as like hip hop right now in the mainstream, and we have a lot of artists that's doing, you know, R&B soul music, and they just not getting the respect that they deserve. So I felt for me, I wanted to do, you know, I complained about it so much, and I was on social media saying this is not fair, and I said, you know what, I may need to do my part on trying to get, you know, R&B respected in mainstream again, you know what I'm saying? So I said, let me build a platform. So what I do is current R&B bangers, where I get, you know, 4 to 6 bangers a week, and I discuss them because, you know, signed artists, they're not getting the love, you know, R&B signed artists, and you know, unsigned. If it's hard for signed R&B artists, it's definitely harder for, you know, unsigned artists. So I said I wanted to build this platform, you know what I'm saying? Because what I'm not liking what they're doing with R&B soul right now is, you know, the masses is giving an impression that it's dying or it's dead, and it's not, you know what I'm saying? R&B is alive and well. It's always kicking. It's just that it's not getting the exposure that it used to, you know what I'm saying? So I felt like with current R&B bangers, I can give R&B soul another platform, and I mean the authentic way, you know what I'm saying? Not for clicks, you know what I'm saying? Because I love this, you know what I'm saying? I love R&B music, and I feel like it deserves, you know, the respect that pop gets. It deserves the respect that hip-hop gets. Like, you know, I don't do it just for clicks and put the same 5 artists that's kind of mainstream for R&B, and that's going to get your click, you know what I'm saying, to click to your site or your website or anything like that, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, speaking of that, I definitely want to shout out the real ones. I'm talking about, you know, I got soul.com, This Is R&B, Rated R&B, Singers Room, ones that really, really love R&B and really are passionate about it and not no fraudulent, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, normally I would say, you know, when I first started current R&B bangers, I'll say, yo, we need to call out radio stations and things like that, but it's not that anymore. It's streaming, y'all. You know what I'm saying? It took me a minute to kind of really get with the streaming, because I'm the type that like to go to the store, buy it, you know, have the physical copy, but it's not the way of the world anymore. You got to change with it. So streaming is it. So when y'all hear these bangers, you know what I'm saying, hopefully you guys really enjoy them, you know what I'm saying, because I got 5 dope joints for y'all this week. You know what I'm saying? I should have recorded this last week, but, you know, I had a lot going on, and I was like, you know what, I'm kind of tired, but I want to give y'all a banging video this week. So I'm ready to get into this. So I don't want to keep y'all too long this week, so let's get this started. I'm starting with one of my favorite male voices right now, and I'm talking about my boy Avery Wilson. Now, I talked about Avery Wilson on current R&B bangers a couple of times. This boy sings down, like, period, you know what I'm saying? Like, he did his version of a song for you, and it really blew me away. Like, this dude vocal talent is freaking ridiculous, and he deserves shine. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me tell you something. Jennifer Hudson knows what's up with him. Little Mo knows what's up with him, and we all know that Jennifer Hudson and Little Mo, they some singers. So when they respect him, and him and Jennifer did this, it's on YouTube, and he even put it on his Instagram, and she put it on hers, and they was going back and forth, and it was just so dope to see the vocal talents of both of them. But Avery is nothing to play with, y'all, for real. So, you know, I follow him on all his social medias because I am a fan. So, the beginning of last month, I saw that he cleared his whole Twitter. So, not Twitter, Instagram. So I was like, okay, what is he gonna, you know, what is he doing? Must be something fresh, something new. And he was letting us know that he was coming out with a new album, a new EP actually. So I was excited because I'm like, yo, this dude, where's the EP? We need the music, you know what I'm saying? I'm, you know, seeing him do like covers on his Instagram, which I think is dope. But I'm like, he needs original music. So I'm like, Avery, where is the music? Where's the music? So he told us he had, you know, an EP coming at the end of the month. And, you know, I was a little nervous because I'm like, vocally he is amazing, but where is he going to go? Because he's young, and you want to connect to the young, but you also want your talent to be displayed. And, you know, right now, that is where a lot of artists kind of fail because, you know, they're not being themselves, and they kind of lose themselves in the current sound. And I'm like, I don't want Avery to do that. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, it's like, it sucks that also real voices is not getting the shine. It's all about computer voices, and that's just not fair because, like I said, Avery, this boy sings, you know what I'm saying? But he finally released his EP. The joint is entitled FYI, for your information. And I was so happy because he gave me what I want. He gave, and he did it right, you know what I'm saying? He's singing, but he has some sounds that connect to this generation, you know what I'm saying? It connects to the current sound, which is a great balance. That's what you do, you know what I'm saying? And that's how you show yourself artistically, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to be dated, but you also don't want to not connect to the young, because that's what you want. You want your music to connect, and the sound is just, the trap vibe is in, you know what I'm saying? So you gotta kind of connect, but you don't want to lose yourself. So when I listen to his album, it's dope. Joints like What's the Wave and Used To are giving you like that current sound, you know what I'm saying? But with Avery with a voice like his, he has to give you the balance. And let me tell you something, Dollar Bill and Do For You, Avery's giving you vocals all day long. Like, it is not a game. Like, the brother is singing. I'm telling you, yo, check out those joints. But first of all, just check out the EP. But I felt like this joint that I'm going to talk about is Touchdown. And I feel like Touchdown is the hit, in my opinion. I feel like it's just a hit when you hear it. It's catchy, but it's like, one thing I like, Avery's doing his background vocals on it. It has that current vibe to it. And I feel like this joint can definitely be a hit off the EP. You know what I'm saying? So if you had to pick one, it would be Touchdown. So this is the first joint of current R&B bangers by Avery Wilson entitled Touchdown. So here we go. It's always gonna be a touchdown, down. Bring it back. Woo, down. When you're screaming my name, it's always gonna be a touchdown. Woo. Come on. That trap on that candy bag. Ooh, need to be a and in his place. It's always gonna be a touchdown. Woo! That joint goes in, man. Like, I could sing that whole joint. Like, that joint goes in, yo. Like, you cannot tell me it got a nice groove to it. You know what I'm saying? And if you playing it in your car or wherever you playing it, it has that bass. So you can still knock to it. And like I said, you can hear Avery's background vocals on that. He does his own. You know what I'm saying? That just shows how vocally great he is. You know what I'm saying? Because he can do his own backgrounds, which is dope. You know what I'm saying? But the song is so hot, and I feel like it can definitely be a hit. And that's why I was like, yo, I'm going to talk about this joint on Current R&B Banger because it deserves it. You know what I'm saying? I've been playing the EP like crazy, but y'all check out the EP. It's entitled FYI. But this joint is Touchdown. But the whole EP is dope. It's on all your streaming sites, yo. Like, really, check out Avery Wilson. I'm going to put his Instagram, his Twitter, all that. You know what I'm saying? Check him out on YouTube. Like, this brother sings down. If you don't know him, you need to know him. You know what I'm saying? He's one of the ones that I feel like is young, and he has that talent. You know what I'm saying? And this album just showed me that he can connect to the current sound, but also you can see his talent shine through. So we need more artists like that. So the first joint on Current R&B Bangers, Avery Wilson with Touchdown. Woo, I can talk about that joint all day because it's just, he's young and he's dope. You know what I mean? So, but here we go. So the next artist is coming from an R&B legend. I am talking about Keith Sweat. Now, to me, I don't know how people are going to feel about this, but to me, I feel like Keith Sweat is the prince of New Jack Swing, in my opinion, because, you know, we give Teddy Riley the king of New Jack Swing because he was the creator of it. You just got to give respect for what it is. But it seems like when people start talking about who, you know, it's kind of like after Teddy Riley, everybody goes to like Michael, or everybody goes to, you know, Bobby Brown. But I'm like, I don't think that's fair. I think people use that as, you know, just because of the sales of and the impact of what the albums did. But Keith Sweat's first album, Make It Last Forever, is literally the first New Jack Swing album, like full body album. Keith Sweat's Make It Last Forever. That made an impact. You know what I'm saying? But everybody just seems to forget, and everybody's so quick to go to Nobody and twist it. I'm like, are you kidding me? Something just ain't right. Make It Last Forever, In the Rain, How Deep Is Your Love? Like, I can go in with that first album. So in my opinion, I feel like Keith Sweat deserves the title of the Prince of New Jack Swing, because if that album did not pop, who knows what if, you know, Bobby could have popped. Who would have known if, you know, Michael would have never got with Teddy if Make It Last Forever did not pop. So I give, you know, Keith Sweat that respect. You know what I'm saying? But that album helped build a lot of careers, believe it. You know what I'm saying? So give respect to Keith Sweat, because I do. So I call him the Prince of New Jack Swing, just my opinion. But listen, Keith Sweat is still out here doing his thing. Albums, he's still touring. Keith Sweat is a touring fool. You hear me? People try to say, oh, you know, what is he doing? Here's the album. This dude is always on tour, and he's selling out. Like, Keith Sweat is a touring fool. Like, anywhere, he's touring. You know what I'm saying? He understands that's what you need to do, especially to, you know, remain relevant out here. You got to tour. You got to get out there. You got to be to the people, and that's what Keith Sweat does. But he still puts out albums. This album he just released is his 13th album. 13. And y'all know I'm going to call this man a legend? You bugging. But the album is called Play for Keeps. And he got a top 5 single with How Many Ways with KC from Jodeci, which is a dope joint. I wanted to talk about it on Current R&B Bangers, but I don't know why I didn't. But the joint is dope. But what I liked about this album, he hooked back up with Teddy Riley, and he got a joint with Tank entitled Who's Your Daddy. That joint is a banger, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody was talking about it. You know, Tank, one thing I love about Tank gives respect to the R&B vets, and that's what you should do. It's all about respect, and it's like this younger generation don't want to do that. And if y'all want to check out Keith Sweat's interview on The Breakfast Club, he threw a lot of gems in there as far as R&B, and y'all need to watch it. I'm putting them on info box. But you know, on this album, he got some heat on it, for real. He got some joints, Baby, he got Fuego, if I'm pronouncing it. The joint that means fire. Boomerang and About You. You know what I'm saying? But of course, when you think about Keith Sweat, you gotta have them classic, begging joints like the lady said in Martin. When Martin got stuck in the temple and he was trying to get out, and the lady was like, "I have you begging like Keith Sweat." Keith Sweat has begging songs, and he can't get away from that. You know what I'm saying? So he got joint like Pull Up, Red Negligee, and Get Up in It. You know what I'm saying? Come on, that's just self-explanatory. But I feel like No Love Lost is a hit, and it has that smooth, mental vibe. But it has some auto-tune, you know what I'm saying? Because, that's just the sound. It has some auto-tune. But it knocks to me, you know what I'm saying? And I definitely wanted to talk about it. So I feel like this joint is a banger. So the second joint on Current R&B Bangers is entitled No Love Lost by Keith Sweat. So here we go. Woo, here we go. No love lost. Woo. No love lost. Like it got a nice little mid-tempo vibe. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that song, it could connect to the young and the old, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't like to call us old. We classic out here, you know what I'm saying? But I think, it has that knock to it. It has that auto-tune because that's just what's in. And then it still has that vibe, you know what I'm saying? I can see my mom just jamming to it, you know what I'm saying? Get her nice two-step on, you know what I'm saying? I can even see my grandma just sitting in her and trying to, pat her feet, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So I feel like this song can definitely connect, and that's why I think it's a hit, and it's definitely catchy. You know what I'm saying? Especially when that chorus coming. You know what I mean? So I definitely wanted to talk about it, but I think the joint is dope. Like I said, you can rock out to it. It got that smooth vibe, and it still connects to the current. You know what I mean? But listen, check out his album, Play for Keeps, and tell me what you think. And, in the comment section, you know what I'm saying? Tell me what you think about Keith Sweat's album, but give respect to the legend. But I really want you guys to check out the Breakfast Club interview. I'm going to put it in the more info box so y'all can check it out. But the second joint on Current R&B Bangers is No Love Lost by Keith Sweat. All right, so the next artist is my boy from Queens. I am talking about John Lewis. Now, John, he spells it with an X in the middle of John Lewis. But I talked about him a couple of times on Current R&B Bangers. I just fell in love with his sound. I remember when I heard Fate for the first time, that was how I was introduced to him. I just loved the sound. It was current. You know what I'm saying? And then I loved his background. And then, of course, he's from New York. He's from the home state. You know what I'm saying? So that definitely pulled me in. You know what I mean? But this joint, Hold You Down, is a joint that I talked about on Current R&B Bangers as well. And I talked about it on my radio segment that y'all need to check out every last Thursday of the month. It's 89.1 WFDU. You can find it on iHeartRadio and all that. I'll put more information in the more info box. That was just a plug for me. But this joint, Hold You Down, is such a banger. You know what I'm saying? And if you haven't heard me talk about it, I'll play it for y'all, give y'all a little sample now. But the joint is on all streaming networks or whatever. You can definitely check it out. But this joint is a banger. You know what I'm saying? And it deserves exposure because it has that current sound. So here is Hold It Down by John Lewis. So here we go. Always on it down, yeah. Woo! Woo! That joint is a knocker. I don't care what nobody said. That joint knocks. And that had to be on my summer playlist. I played that joint out, and that's why I had to put it on my countdown. But like I said, it's on all streaming platforms, whatever you use. You know what I'm saying? Check the joint out. But I'm so happy with somebody like John. They just put music out because you make the music, don't hold it. You know what I'm saying? And that's the problem, especially in the era that we're in now. You gotta keep it coming. You know what I'm saying? Because people, they will move on to the next person if you don't give them music. Before, songs used to stick, and they used to stick for a while, and especially if you had that mainstream backing behind you, then you good. But as far as like now, it's like, okay, the joint was hot, where's the next song? And I'm just so happy that somebody like John, he keeps bringing out music. But this next joint is entitled Looking for My Baby. He picked up right where he left off. I think it's a dope joint, and that's why I wanted to talk about it. So the third joint of current R&B bangers is entitled Looking for My Baby, and this is from John Lewis. It goes a little something like this. Here we go.
I'm just sitting here looking for my baby. I'm just sitting here looking for my baby. Only had a couple sips, I'm already feeling tips.
Woo! Taking it back to the 90s on y'all with the backhand bounce like that. Ha ha! Woo! That joint is smooth, man. It's smooth, you know what I'm saying? And it's just a banger, man. Like, you can't deny when a song is good, and this song is good, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, when you listen to when you listen to his music, it's like you fall in love with the sound, you know what I'm saying? And then when he comes in and bring his vocals in, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he used a little auto-tune. Like I said, that's what it is, but it's still, when you check him out, he's still also, the boy can sing, you know what I'm saying? So he definitely has the talent, but it's just, the song is just so dope, and you just can't help it. You know what I'm saying? With that song, you can't help but move, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, definitely wanted to talk about it, because he deserves, like John deserves shine, I'm telling y'all. So I'm going to put all his social media in the more info box, but this joint, Looking for My Baby, is a dope joint. Check it out. It's on all streaming platforms, whatever you use, Spotify, Amazon, Apple Music, whatever you use, it's on there. But this joint is a banger, so that's why I had to talk about it. So that's John Lewis with Looking for My Baby, and that is the third joint on current R&B bangers. Alrighty, so the next is from my girl Twee from the Bay. I talked about her on the last current R&B bangers. She had a joint entitled Options. Joint is a banger. I don't know why this song don't have the exposure that it deserves, but hey, at Junior's World of Soul, Twee's gonna get some exposure with this record because it's just a fun record. It's dope. It makes you want to move, and it's a really dope joint. So if you didn't check out my last video, here is Options by Twee, and it goes a little something like this. Here we go. Like, it's a feel good record, you know what I'm saying? The chorus is catchy, you know what I'm saying? But the one thing about Twee, I'm gonna say, yeah, this joint is dope, but this girl can sing, you know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna put all her information in the more info box, like her Instagram, her Twitter, because she just started following me, which I think is dope, you know what I'm saying? But this girl sings down, let me tell you. But this joint is a banger, you know what I'm saying? And I talked about it in the last video, and I feel like it should get some exposure. So y'all haven't checked that out, check it out. It's on all streaming networks as well, so that's Options. But my girl from the Bay, she has a new joint that I said at the last video that I was going to talk about, because I was like, yo, this joint is dope. You know what I'm saying? The joint is entitled The Way, and it's out right now. And again, This song deserves shine. It's a happy-go-lucky song. I like the vibe, you know what I mean? And that's why I wanted to talk about it. So here is The Way by Tweet, and it goes something like this. Here we go. Getting groove to it. Woo. I'm giving y'all too much this video. I've been rocking this whole video, man. But, yo, like I said, I like, you know, her sound. I like, you know what I'm saying, just because you can sing, you know what I'm saying, you ain't got to always give us a ballad to showcase your voice. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you listen to this song, the vocal runs that she's doing on it and all that, it's a dope record. And then it just makes you want to dance. Come on now. You hear a beat and make you rock off. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's dope. The Way, it's on all streaming networks just as well. Her name is Twee. And just check her out. Like I said, I'm going to put all her social media in the more info box. Definitely check out this girl because she's definitely talented. So the fourth joint on Current R&B Bangers is Twee with The Way. Alrighty, so we are at the last joint. I'm talking about the last artist, and I'm talking about my guy, Chris V. Now, I was introduced to him about 6 months ago. He's from Long Beach, California. Now, the song that I was introduced to him by was his song called Dangerous. And like I said, this was like 6 months ago. So if you're kind of new to Current R&B Bangers, you probably wouldn't know about Dangerous, or you might will. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? But I'll give y'all a little sample to show you what I was introduced to. So here is Chris V with Dangerous. Here we go. On this thing called love. So I like it, you know what I'm saying? So this is what caught me, because I was like, okay, I like the chorus, you know what I'm saying? And then I went and checked out his album, well, his EP that he did. It was entitled A Note to Your Younger Self. It's on all streaming platforms. Definitely check it out. But about a month ago, he released a banger entitled Compliments, and he put it out on his SoundCloud, because I'm, you know, a follower of him on his SoundCloud, his Instagram, his Twitter, all that good stuff. I'll put that in the more info box. But, you know, I remember when I saw Chris said this might be his last EP, when he put out Note to My Younger Self, because he felt like he wasn't getting the, I guess, the exposure. And it's like, yo, you get very discouraged when you realize you're putting your everything into it and people is just not responding the way you want them to. You know what I'm saying? And I just remember after I talked about Dangerous and I talked about Compliments, and I just saw his tweets, and it was really, it brought me back to a place where I was when I first started Current R&B Bangers, because I felt like nobody was watching. You know what I'm saying? Nobody understood the platform that I was trying to create. But it's like when you love something, it's like, yes, you can get discouraged, but you just maybe need somebody just to tell you just to keep going. You know what I'm saying? I had so many people telling me to keep going. Really, my brother Sin, you know, he was like, I understand, you know, you feeling discouraged and you feeling like people not watching, but believe me, you know, people are watching. And it's crazy because during that time, I only had like maybe 52 subscribers. And that was in 2016. Now we are in 2018 and I'm up to 310 subscribers. So it just shows you, like, you know, it's word of mouth. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I am being my true self. I don't want to be anybody else. You know what I'm saying? And that's just, you know, the problem of, you know, people feel like you got to be fake and do some craziness for you to get noticed. And it's like, no, you doing something from your heart and you're passionate about it. You know, people realize that, and they see the authenticity, and they see the realness and the raw, and they can respect that. You know what I mean? And that's why I told Chris, and I was like, listen, don't stop. You know what I'm saying? I'm a fan. I found you, and I'm a fan. You know what I mean? So I was kind of going back and forth, hoping that he would keep it going. So, afterwards, he maybe about a month later, I saw that he had a new song out, and he entitled it Patience. And I was like, wow, okay. So when I listened to it, to me, the song has a double meaning because, you got to have the patience. And I felt like he put his emotions on how he felt into the record. I felt like, you can have patience you got to have patience when you want people to acknowledge your music or acknowledge the platform you're doing. You got to have patience. Because if you don't, and you don't have no patience, you will fall and fail quickly. And then it can have a double meaning as well as, having patience with the one you're in love with. You know what I'm saying? You got to have patience. That's one thing about a relationship. So for me, I felt like he really put, his true self into this record. And I was like, wow, you know what I'm saying? And maybe it doesn't have a double meaning. But for me, when I listened to it, it gave me a little encouragement because, yes, just because, my subscribers went up and all that good stuff does not mean anything. Sometimes I get a little discouraged because I'm like, well, why are these people doing this and they're all the way up here? But you look at it and you see it's not real. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, you know what? I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. And I feel like that's what he did with Patience. I think that the song is dope. So I definitely want to talk about it. So the joint is entitled Patience. And this is by Chris V. And hopefully you like it. And this is his last joint on Current R&B Bangers. So here we go.
I just need some patience from ya. I just need some patience with ya. Yeah, I just can't keep waiting on ya. Always giving more than I'm getting. Make me feel like this is worth it.
Come on.
I feel like I'm wasting all my time.
Yes.
Spend it all upon you. You thinking.
Woo. Like right then and there, it's like right then and there, I felt like Chris put himself into this joint because it's like, I just need some patience from you. He's like, yo, I just need some patience for myself because I just need to understand that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want people to really love what I'm doing and you just got to have patience, you know what I'm saying? And I felt like, again, he put his emotion into this record. And for me, when it's from the heart, it reaches the heart. You know what I'm saying? And I like the joint. Definitely, Chris has a vibe that I like, you know what I'm saying? He has like the smooth, the dope bangers, but it still has like a knock to it, but it's smooth. You know what I'm saying? Like Dangerous is dope, Compliments is dope, and now he gives us Patience. You know what I'm saying? But again, Chris, if you watching this, listen, like I told you today, and like you and I were speaking today, just put all the frustration and discouragement that you have, put it into your music. And, people will connect. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody has feelings. I don't care who you are. Everybody has feelings. And when you listen to a song and it's for somebody's heart, you feel it. You know what I'm saying? And for me, I felt that. Patience. That's why I said I think it has a double meaning. You know what I'm saying? But again, I am a fan. You got a fan right here. I will continue to talk about your music. Don't give up on it just because you feel like you're not where you're supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? God does things for reasons. I'm telling you. People are paying attention. Believe it. And somebody is going to catch on and it's going to go to somebody else and you're going to look back and be like, I was so discouraged. Why? You know what I'm saying? Because I love what I'm doing. You know what I mean? So hopefully, Chris, you seeing this, hopefully that can give you some encouragement to keep on doing it, bro. Because I'm going to keep on listening and I'm going to keep on talking about it. So y'all, that is number 5, Current R&B Bangers. That's Patience by Chris V. Alrighty. So, I done danced for y'all. I done kind of preached a little bit. But, those are your 5 joints for the week. That's Avery Wilson with Touchdown. Keith Sweat with No Love Lost. John Lewis with Looking for My Baby. Tweed with The Way. And Chris V with Patience. Now, listen. You got this current R&B bangers you got from some legends. You know what I'm saying? You got for some great up and coming artists. And you just got different varieties of music. You know what I'm saying? You got some up tempos, but you got some mid tempos. And you even got some ballads that you even heard. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it still connects to the young. You know what I'm saying? And the classic can still vibe to it. You know what I mean? And that's what really current R&B bangers is about, is giving balance. That's what we need with mainstream. It's like, okay, we can party all the time, but let's have a balance, and let's also have the, so people can tell the difference between R&B and hip hop. Because right now you can, and that's why we need platforms like this and the websites that I said in the beginning of the show that just proves that R&B and hip hop is completely different. Yes, they are kind of part of the same culture, but at the end of the day, they're completely different, and there's a difference, and mainstream needs to understand that. But like I said, R&B is always alive and well. Hopefully you guys enjoy these 5 joints that I give y'all. Hopefully you subscribe to the channel. Junior's World of Soul, we're going to do some new things. Like, I want to build a new website. I just want to do different things, and I'm so glad, and hopefully you guys continue this ride and continue growing with me. And y'all know me, you know what I'm saying? If you don't know me by now, I definitely got to go out on another classic joint. And I was talking about a lot of classics today. I was going from Freddie Jackson, y'all, and I was going from Sam Cooke, and I went to Jackie Wilson, and I went to, I even went to Sarah Vaughan. I came back to Ella Fitzgerald, Aretha. Like, I was just going into that. And I said, I want to end with a dope joint. And while I was riding home, this song came on, and I said, why not end the video with this? And this is some Patrice Rushen, who definitely deserves so many flowers. Y'all need to give this lady her respect, because she's more than forgive me now. She's more than that, y'all. But I want to go out with this joint, because this joint is a clear banger. And hopefully I'll see you guys next week with the next current R&B bangers, and we gonna go out like this. Here we go. Come on. We gonna bring it. Come on. It feels so real. My mind won't let go. Woo! And I'm out, y'all. Peace.